Hey everybody, welcome to today's Fit Break. We are going to do a Pilates-based practice today. So we are going to be lying down on the ground. Your yoga mat or the carpet will work great. And then I'm also using a flat band, a TheraBand, and I'm going to demonstrate how you can support your neck and keep those muscles relaxed and tension-free as we work on the abs and the hips and the glutes. All right, let's get started. I'm going to gracefully roll over onto my mat, lift up nice and tall right on top of those sit bones, and then roll down, bone by bone, and get myself nice and situated. Now we're going to start today with our feet and knees together and our spines in neutral, that little curve in the lower back. Take your index fingers to your hip bones and your thumbs to your bottom ribs. Take a breath in, and then as we exhale, we're going to slide those hips and ribs in towards each other and flatten our back to the floor. Then we'll release, go back to neutral spine, and then into what we call imprint. Inhale to release, rocking the pelvis. Exhale to draw the abs in. The movement of your pelvis is coming from the engagement of the abdominal muscles. So try and keep your glutes relatively relaxed. And it's the feeling of the lower abdominals pulling up. We're going to do that 2 more times because this is helping us get into the right position. 1 more, we're going to come into that imprint and we're going to stay right there. All right, belly to spine, let those palms face up towards the ceiling, back of the neck, releasing into the ground. Breath in to prepare. Exhale, let's lift that right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left leg. Lower. So this is a little warm up to get us ready for a little more intense work. Our goal here is to keep our pelvis and our spine still. Now, working from imprint is a little bit of a safer position if you're new to Pilates, and it's a little bit easier position to hold. We are working towards being able to hold neutral, but that can be a little tough when we're first starting out. So go ahead and go into that imprinted spine. And what we're doing here is we're warming up those hip flexors, getting them ready to hopefully move a little bit. All right, that's enough of that. Let's bring our feet and knees back together. I'm gonna grab my band, double it up, and you can also use a towel. And we're going to take our band and cradle the back of our head in that band, and I'm stacking my elbows over my shoulders. I'm going to start in that imprint, breath in to prepare. As I exhale, nodding my chin towards my chest and curling my head towards my belly. Inhale and rolling back down. Exhale, curling up. Inhale, rolling down. We are articulating through the upper spine. So what that means is we're trying to move vertebrae by vertebrae. Lengthen the back of the neck and curl. And we're going to do that 1 more time. Chin nod, nose reaching towards the sternum, rolling back down. Now let's exhale, curl up. We're going to stay there and little pulses up with our chest. 10, 9, 8, 7. Small controlled movements. 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to roll down and release. Let the neck relax. And now I'm going to take those legs and work my lower abdominals again. I started with that march. Now I'm going to progress that and work from tabletop. So again, find that little imprinted spine. Breath in and out. Then on that next inhale, take that right foot, tap the floor, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So that curl up, our ab prep, that works the upper abdominals. And when we're moving the legs, this is working the lower abdominals. Now, if you've never had abdominal surgery, your muscle is still connected and it all works. If you have had a C-section or those abdominals have been spliced and diced, sorry about that, that sucks. 1 more each side. Then we do need to do upper abs and lower ab stuff. Move from both directions. Okay, cool. Let the feet rest to the floor for a sec. We're just going to take those knees and sway them side to side. The next round, we're going to work in that tabletop and do that ab prep again. So let's go ahead and cradle our head in our band, elbows in over the shoulders, and pick the legs up into tabletop. Hug the inner thighs together. Breath in. Exhale, chin nod and curl up. Inhale, rolling back down. Try and hold on to that lengthened lower back. And I initiate this by giving myself a double chin. I know, yuck. And roll back down. And keep paying attention to the neck. Letting the head relax back into that band. Last one. Let's curl up and stay up there. And do our little pulses up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll roll back down. Woo. And go ahead and relax the legs. And now we're going to do a little hip flexor release. Slide that right leg out. Pull it back in. Slide the left leg out. In. So our hip flexors have a tendency to get short, tight, and weak. And so we need to do passive things to get them to lengthen back out. So by keeping our foot on the ground, that hip flexor is getting the signal, oh, I don't have to work right now. So we're passively getting it to lengthen. One more each side. This is a nice little break in between. All right, good times. Now we're going to work that low belly again. Let's pick those legs up, back into our tabletop. And this time, hug those inner thighs together. Shins parallel to the ground. Imprint your spine. Inhale, take both feet down towards the ground. Exhale and lift. Go just as far as you can while maintaining the imprint. And those ribs are staying knitted together. Now, if you notice, you take your feet down, then your back pops up. You've gone too far. And I want you to try and keep those abs pulled in. Keep your head on the ground. The reason why we're going for those deeper abdominal muscles and the low abs. When we curl the head up, your rectus abdominis, that outer abdominal muscle, gets to help out, which is great, but we actually don't want it to help right now. We're trying to get those deeper muscles to fire. I'm inhaling through my nose as I lower my legs, exhaling as I lift up. Once more, inhale and exhale. All right, feet are going to rest back down. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. Good times. All right, we're going to go back into that upper abdominal work. So I'm going to cradle my head back in that band and pick my legs up back into that tabletop. Let the back of my neck lengthen. Breath in. Exhale, curling up. Inhale. And on that exhale, I'm going to extend that right leg out. Bring it back in. And left leg out. Bring it in. This is single leg stretch prep. And Pilates based abdominal exercises are so effective because you take the momentum out of the equation. You make those muscles really fire. 2 more. Stretch your leg out. 1 more time. And roll down, release. Let those feet rest for a sec because we're not going to rest too long because now we're going to take it to tempo. All right. Legs come up into tabletop. Bring those elbows over your shoulders. Breath in, prepare. Exhale, curl up into your ab prep. Take that right leg out. Breath in. Exhale, begin. We switch, switch. 3, 3. Going to 10. It's as if your heels are sliding back and forth on a countertop. Stretch those legs out. 10 and 10. Pull it in and roll back down. Rest the neck and shoulders, and let's let those knees sway side to side again. And we're going to do one last little hip flexor release, and the abs have gotten a good little workout. All right, so we're going to take that leg. I'll start with my left. I'm going to slide that foot out, roll the thigh, slide it in and up. This is a hip flexor release, and that's what we call it, hip release. And I'm keeping that foot on the floor. So again, I'm kind of tricking that hip flexor into letting go. Let's switch directions. We're going to open, extend, roll in and up. Open, extend. Couple more. Last two. Oh, I lost count. Let's do one more. I think that was right. Now let's take it to the other side. We're going to slide that leg out. I'm going kind of speedy because I promised you a quick fit break, and I'm already a minute over. Yep. But we should not skip our mobility work. When you're doing those hip releases, make sure the pelvis is staying still. Let's go ahead and switch directions. So when I drop my knee out to the side, I need to make sure that that opposite hip stays glued in place. I'm not rolling side to side because then I miss the point of the exercise, which is pelvic stabilization. Okie doke, here we go, one more time. Whew, and we did it. Awesome job. So that is our abdominal portion of our fit break today. Part 2, little bit of Pilates lower body coming up, so stick around if you can. Otherwise, do this portion of the workout on your next fit break. All right, I'll see you later. Okay, so that was my little break. Now then, ready? We're gonna roll right over on our sides today and get a little side lying work, and we're gonna work the obliques as well. Now, lining the feet up with the hips, shoulders sliding down our backs. We can work in this upright position, which is going to be a little more challenging, or laying down on your side, cradling your head in your arm. I'm going to demonstrate the little bit tougher position, but find the spot that feels best. Slide those shoulders down your back and then lift the bottom side away. Feet line up with the hip. We're going to take that knee and lift and lower. Ready, set, and go. Up and down. We're going to do each move about 8 times. So 2 more. Now, lift and lower the whole leg up and down. So what we're going for is the glutes, gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus. So our leg moves in a bunch of different directions. So we need to train it in those different directions. Last one, up and hold. Now that top knee, I'm going to rotate in and up. No, this one's not so fun. 4 more. I'm keeping my pelvis still, activating through the low belly. 2 more. All right, feet and knees come back together. Now I'm going to work my side, my bottom side, with a hip lift. Breath in to prepare. As we exhale, we lift the hips up and reach that top arm up and over. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift. Lower. We're going to do a few more times. Now on this last one, lift up and stretch that arm straight up towards the ceiling. Small little lifts up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Powering from the bottom side. 3, 2, 1. We're going to lower all the way down now, cradling our arm, and we're extending the legs. My feet are lined up with my shoulders. I'm parallel with the edge of my mat. And I'm trying to lift up through my bottom side. Now I'm going to be right on that bone and be just a hair forward Okay, double leg lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. This top hand can reach towards the toes. If you need to, gently, lightly rest it down in front of your chest. Eight and hold. 8 little pulses. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now scissors. Forward, back, forward, back. And notice I put my hand down to help me stabilize. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now, next, yep, there's more. I'm going to pike my legs forward. So I've got a little bend in my hip and come into my turnout. Heels together, toes apart. Try and relax my neck and shoulders again. As I inhale, I'm lifting that top leg. Exhale and lowering. Pointing as I reach up, flexing on the way down. Four more. Feeling that nice stretch through my inner thigh, but really trying to keep the glutes turned on. So that feeling of hugging my cheeks in towards each other. Is that 8? I hope so. Now our develop a bend and stretch. Bend, stretch, and reach. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. And let's switch directions. Straight leg up and bend and reach. Inhale, exhale. 1 more time. And then, you ready for your big circles? All right, here we go. Leg goes forward, up, back and down. Oh, I am not so good at these. Okay, let's switch directions. Oh my goodness. Last two. 1 more. Yay, okay. Done with that. Let's come on up. And both sides we're working a lot. So this was my main working leg. So I'm going to flip my legs around into my mermaid position. Now take my left arm and reach over to the right. Lift back up and go on over to the other side. Just a little mobility break halfway through. 1 more each direction. I hope that feels good. Now let's get a little stretch. We're going to turn our chest towards that leg and fold on forward. Okay, so that's, maybe a little longer than 5 minutes. But we got to make it even. So we got to do the whole thing on the other side. You with me? Let's come on up. Let's do it. Okay, stack your feet. Feet line up with your hips, elbows right under your shoulder if you're in that upright position. Otherwise, you're going to come down on your arm. Let's lift up through that bottom side, side the shoulders down or back, and top knee lift and lower. Here we go. Up and down. Now I'm trying to make sure my chest is facing straight ahead and my hips stay stacked. 2 more. Okay, lift and lower that leg. Find that connection, that feeling of your heel pulling in towards your butt. 5, 6, 7. Last one. Lift up and hold. Now top knee, rotate in and up. Ooh. 3, 4. Oh my goodness. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Resting back down. Now into the side hip lift. Breath in. Exhale, hips lift. Arm reaches up and over. Think of that hop hip reaching up towards the ceiling and then angling just slightly forward. Now last one, we lift up and hold. Stretch your arm up to the ceiling. Small pulses up. That feeling of your hip and rib pulling in towards each other. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Now I'm going to rest my head on my arm and extend my legs out. Parallel position, big toes touching, and my legs are lined up with my torso, straight line. And double leg lift, up and down. Top hand can be reaching towards your toes or resting lightly on the floor. Again, think of that action, hip and rib pulling in towards each other. Last one, lift and hold, small pulses. 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. And now the scissors, forward and back. 2. Someday I'll be able to do this without holding. Whoa, 4 more. Maybe today's that day. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Now I'm going to pike my feet forward. Little flexion in my hip. Coming to turn out. Heels together, toes apart. That turnout comes from the legs spiraling outward from the glutes activating. All right, big kick up and down. Inhale and exhale. Point your toes to lift, flex to lower. We're going to do 4 more. Last 2. And develop a bend and stretch that leg up. Inhale and exhale. Keep squeezing that glute. And let's reverse it. Straight leg up. Bend and reach. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Okay, now our big circles. Here we go. Forward, back, and around. One more. And switch directions. Keeping that leg in that turnout position. So you're keeping that glute engaged. And mine's not really a circle, it's more of a strange amoeba. But we did it. All right, let's come up to that mermaid position. I'm going to bring that left leg around. My hair's probably just a mess. All right, we're going to reach that arm up and over and stretch. Let's be honest, when is my hair not a mess? One more to each side. Reach and reach. Turn your chest towards that leg and fold on forward. Okay, I think we salvaged it. That was less than 15 minutes. All right. So, excellent job, everybody. Part 2 is done. We have part 3 coming up. And remember, if you're doing these separately, awesome. Or if you're doing it together for one Pilates practice, that works. All right, let's keep moving every day, right? Okay, let's get on to part 3. Okay, let's go. So part 3 of our Pilates mat practice, we are going to start on our hands and our knees and have those knees opened up right underneath our hips and our hands opened up right underneath our shoulders. Spread your fingertips out and find that sensation of your fingertips rotating outward, your shoulders sliding down your back, and your elbows rotating inward. We're going to start with a few cat stretches. Nice deep breath in, chest reaching forward, tailbone tilting up, and then exhale and round your back. Inhale, chest reaches out. Exhale and round. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time. Getting that movement to start down in the tailbone. Travel up the spine, all the way through the neck into the crown of the head. And then tailbone reaches back, belly releases, chest reaches forward. Now let's find that spot right in between our neutral spine. Breath in to prepare. Exhale, right arm and left leg reach, spinal balance. Inhale, lower. Left arm, right leg reach. Inhale, lower. Stretch those fingertips and toes out away from each other. Your goal here is spinal stabilization. We're trying to keep that spine still. So if you can, do this in front of a mirror. When you lift your arm and leg, you want to keep that spine straight. If you notice that when you lift your arm and leg, your back arches, that means you're losing stabilization. And I want you to try keeping your abs pulled in and go a little slower so that you can keep everything in place. Now let's take that right arm and left leg out. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Now as you inhale, lower your fingertips and toes, tapping the floor. Exhale and lift. Inhale, exhale. We're going to do 8. Keeping that spine still and hopefully feeling the work in the back of your leg. 2 more. Okay, last one. Reach out, hold, take a breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow pulls in. Reach, scoop and round the back. One more time. Scoop the low belly to round the back. Place your hand and knee down and let's stretch back into our child stretch. Nice big breath in and out. All right, we're going to do that on the other side. Come back up to all fours. Left arm and right leg are going to reach out. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale, lower, tapping the floor. Exhale, lift. Try and make sure that your right hip is facing the floor and the top of your foot is facing the floor, not out to the side. 6, 2 more here. 7, keep stretching. Fingertips forward, toes back. Hold that leg, take a nice big breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, round your back. Inhale, stretch back out. Using our abdominals to move our spine. One more time. Hand and knee to the floor and stretch back into your child stretch. Ooh, rounding that back. And now we're going to come up into our all fours again and actually do a little bit more abdominal work. Bring your feet and knees together. We're going to tuck those toes, slide those shoulders down your back. Take a breath in, exhale, and lift your knees. We're just going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Now progression, untuck those toes. Let's try that again. Breath in, exhale and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're going to do 2 more sets. Breath in, exhale. Think about lifting your belly button up away from the ground, hugging those inner thighs together. 3, 2, 1. Release. One more time. Breath in, exhale and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch back into your child stretch. Fingertips reach towards the top edge of your mat. Nice big breath in and out. Let's come up to all fours. And we're going to take it into a little bit of work for the triceps. They're called cat bows. Spread those fingertips out. Rotate those elbows in. Shoulders slide down. On our inhale, we're going to lower our chest. Elbows point back towards our legs and then press back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. This is easier if you shift your hips back and aim your head between your thumbs. Tougher if you shift your hips forward and aim your chest between your thumbs. Once more here. Now we're going to take that left arm. Inhale, open it out to the side, and then exhale, thread right behind the right arm. Thread the needle. Inhale and exhale. So a little bit of work followed by a little bit of reward. Once more right here. Open up, stretch underneath. Let's place it back down, sit our hips back. And we're going to take our hands and walk them over to the right side and reach our rib cage and our hips towards the left. And feel that stretch go down the left side. Let's come back to all fours. We're going to do 5 more cat bows. Hands under the shoulders, fingertips rotating out, shoulders sliding down our backs. Inhale, lower the chest. Exhale and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pressing up, pointing our elbows back towards our legs. One more time. And let's thread the needle on the other side. Right arm's going to reach up and thread behind the left. Inhale, open. Exhale and close. 2 more times. Once more, reaching up. Thread underneath. Place that hand down. Stretch back into your child stretch, and let's take those hands over, towards the right side of our mat. And let's walk our hands back. Last thing, we're going to come down onto our bellies. Open those legs. Heels turn in, toes turn out. You're going to slide your elbows out and down into what we call W. So your elbows are just below shoulder level. Your thumbs are about in line with your nose. Legs wide, about shoulder distance. Let your nose hover right off your mat. As you inhale, slide those shoulders down your back and peel the chest up. And exhale, slowly lower back down. Inhale, peeling up, chest reaching out. Exhale and try and go nice and slow and controlled to get your chest up. Think of those shoulder blades pulling down towards your hips to peel the chest off the ground. Let's do 2 more here. Once more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And go ahead and rest those forearms underneath your forehead, keeping your legs wide. We're going to do a little double leg lift, and we have a little guest appearance by Theo. Breath in. Exhale, lifting the legs up. Inhale and lower. We're just going to do 3 more. Think of those glutes hugging together to lift the legs. And 5, we're going to lower those legs back down. Let's bring those hands right back next to the chest. Peel up and back into our child stretch. Hi. You gonna do Pilates? No. And we're gonna roll up through that spine. You did it. That was awesome. So we have our little part 3 of our Pilates Fit Break today, which is a great mobility section for the thoracic spine and the glutes and working our abs. Put all 3 parts together and you get a full Pilates practice. All right, everybody, keep moving. Don't forget, every step counts, and I will see you next time. And don't forget, like and subscribe to Get Fit with Sue for new fit breaks every Tuesday, Thursday, and bonuses on the weekend. All right, I'll see you next time.